The reason the government has a problem with asylum housing is because there's a near record high backlog of people waiting for a decision on their claims. At the end of July, there were just over 136,000 claims in the backlog. Now, that's partly because the number of asylum claims has risen significantly in recent years. You can see the 2022 figure is double where it was in 2019, although still lower than 2 decades ago. What's crucial here, though, is the next line. The decisions that are being made on these claims have not kept pace. You can see the line splits and the decision rate flatlines. It's this gap that's driving the backlog, which started to accelerate in 2018 before boat crossings really picked up and has grown further since the pandemic.
It's true that it is partly due to an increase in applications. They're running at about twice the level that they did 5 years ago. But it's also that the productivity of decision makers has fallen quite considerably in that time, by about 75%. So it used to be that the average decision maker, roughly 5 years ago, was making about 100 decisions a year, and that's now fallen, at the last time we counted, to 25.
Rishi Sunak has pledged to get this number down to 0 by the end of the year. It's the legacy backlog. That's people that have been waiting since June 2022 for a decision. You can see it is coming down, but it still remains at more than 60,000. And anyway, if we add in new asylum claims made since June last year, you can see what happens to the total backlog. It's only really just started to flatten off. Now, if we look where these people are being housed, at the end of June, just over 50,000 people were in hotels, and the government wants to get rid of this. The Bibby Stockholm barge can take a maximum of 500 people. 2 new sites at military bases in Weatherfield and Scampton would take another 3,700, but that still leaves over 46,000 people in hotels without factoring in new arrivals in the coming months. Some may end up in Rwanda if the deportation scheme gets going. In December, a minister said that 200 people could go in the initial period, but the Home Office insists it's uncapped. Either way, the options the government currently has don't appear to be of a scale that's anywhere near big enough to deal with the size of the backlog.